What's the name of this artery off of the LCA?
Interventricular.
Anterior interventricular artery, and it's sitting in the sulcus of the same name, right? And then the other branch is the
Coronary artery.
The artery is the circumflex artery, and it's sitting in the coronary sulcus. Good. Now we're going to look at the right coronary artery. That's what this one is. This is the right coronary artery. It just goes the opposite way in the, what's the name of that sulcus? The coronary sulcus, right? So it just goes the opposite direction as, which artery is this? Circumflex artery, so it's just going the opposite direction. If you're on the front of the heart, the right coronary artery is going to give off branches called marginal arteries. We're not going to have to know them any more specific, okay? They are more specific, but marginal arteries if you're on the front. It's going to travel all the way around in the coronary sulcus, and when it gets to the back side, that groove back there is called the posterior interventricular sulcus, and the artery is called the posterior interventricular artery. And that's a branch of the right coronary artery. So if it's on the back, you get the posterior interventricular artery, and if you're on the front, you've got the marginal artery, and they both come off of the right coronary artery. Okay, so right coronary artery gives off the marginal artery and the posterior interventricular artery, and then which one is this?
Interventricular.
Up here before it branches.
Up there?
Yeah, before it branches.
Oh, coronary. No.
Oh, left coronary artery. So that's what this is. Left coronary artery branches into the anterior interventricular artery and the circumflex artery. Good. The name of this sulcus is the coronary sulcus, and you guys, it's going to divide the atria from the ventricles. And this sulcus is called the anterior interventricular sulcus, and it divides the ventricles, right? And then the sulcus on the back is the posterior interventricular sulcus, okay? So the sulci are on the outside, and then on the inside you have the septum. This septum right here that I'm holding is the interatrial septum, and then this is the interventricular septum, right? In the ventricles, there's two different types of muscles. The interwoven appearance, that muscle is the trabeculae carni, and these muscles that are giving off the chordae tendineae, those are the papillary muscles. Papillary muscles. So the papillary muscles give rise to the chordae tendineae. The chordae tendineae are going to hold on to and anchor both the bicuspid, and the bicuspid valve. Good. All right.
Wait, so the bicuspid and the tricuspid valves come off of
so now the
here
plastic,
or right here?
Well, they're just the valves between the chambers. So these are just holding on to
Okay.
The other thing is that on this plastic models, it's hard you don't see a real difference in the myocardium, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for this, you kind of have to use the vessels that are coming out of it. If this is the aorta exits out of which chamber? The left ventricle. If I'm at the pulmonary trunk, which is this one, then which chamber does the pulmonary trunk exit out of? The right ventricle, right? If I am in the left atrium, which vessels empty into the left atrium? Pulmonary veins. If I am in the right atrium, what three vessels empty into the right atrium? Inferior vena cava, inferior vena cava, and the coronary sinus. So that's what we left out. Let's go over the veins.
Coronary sinus.
So we did the arteries, right? Good. And again, so this is the left coronary artery, anterior interventricular artery, circumflex artery, right coronary artery, marginal artery, posterior interventricular artery. Good. Now, the great cardiac vein, the wonderful thing about this is it's going to travel along the branches of the LCA, the left coronary artery. So, right here, this is the great cardiac vein. This is the great cardiac vein. All the way, it wraps around, all the way around. And then when you get on the back side of the heart, it expands as something called the coronary sinus. And the coronary sinus empties into the right atrium. So that's how that works. So
does that empty into the right atrium through the?
It just empties into the right atrium. Yeah, you don't have to worry about anything more than that. Just the right atrium. Okay. So so blood flow. You guys want to do blood flow? Or are you good with blood flow?